Hello and welcome to Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth from Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I pray that everybody is well. I pray that everybody is in great spirits. We are here. We are in the month of June, and it's my birthday month. So shout out to me and shout out to everybody that is born under the sun of June. Shout out to you, girl. Shout out to you, boy. All right. So now that we're here, what do we expect? What do we want for ourselves? Whether your birthday is in June or not, what is out there for you? One of the things that I am experiencing at this time in my life is reclaiming what has been stolen from me. And I am not talking about things like physical things. It can be interpreted as such if that's what it means to you, because basically reclaiming is reclaiming. What you attach after that, I'm gonna leave that up to you. But for me, reclaiming belief systems, reclaiming who I truly am. Fear will have you run for the hills. I'm going to call this episode Story Time of Elizabeth when she had her spiritual awakening for the third time. One thing about me, I am true to myself. One would say Geminis are flip-floppy. 1 minute they say this, 1 minute they say that, or they say the next. And I would have to agree with that. I will have to agree with that cold-heartedly. And here's my explanation for that I believe. And I am a Gemini. One of the things about this particular sign, we are ruled under Mercury. Mercury has many names. And one of the energy that is a part of this sign because of Mercury is knowledge. Knowledge to like a gazillion. This is why Geminis speak a lot. This is not an astrology episode, but I'm just giving you a little backstory so we are all on the same page. So Mercury is the messenger, right? That's one because Mercury has also been known to be Hermes Thrice. Hermes Trismegistus is meaning Hermes Thrice. This is the best I got for you in terms of how I'm able to get it out, because you already know, okay? But I think I did pretty good. Also, the god Thoth. So I'm not gonna go all the way deep, but I just want to let you see the shape shifting of how one thing can mean many things. One person, think about it. Are you one dimensional? Are you one person? Like you just, I don't even know how to put it in. You're just a flat paper. No, you are we are all multi-dimensional beings. And I'm not going to go so deep because I don't want to make this podcast too long. I guess I'll just make a couple, maybe like part 2, 3, however, we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to share because I feel like me keeping this to myself is not, it doesn't do any good for anybody else, because I feel like there's a lot of people that did exactly what I'm about to discuss and feel like how I felt or what I went through, and they're probably going through it like by yourself. I just want to help. I just want to help because it's not a funny thing. This is a very serious. These things that we experience in these bodies can be traumatic. So I would say around the time that I just was about to, it's funny because let me just Let me just stay on topic because I can see the correlations, because the same thing happened again in a different way a couple of months before my birthday again. Okay. So when I was about to turn 50, I claimed, I even made videos about self-mastery and how my intent was to master myself. Now, you have to be careful of the things that you say and the things that you pray over yourself, because you will have it. And are you ready? Okay. So I was saying this, I was going to the gym. Long story short, I had a back injury. Okay. So for a month in May, I was laid up. I was like, I had to just like recover. There was nothing, thank God, that's all I needed to do, but it was hard. It wasn't easy. Why, I want to, going from like fast to slow was just not how can I say, it wasn't easy for me, and it was traumatic. So going through that experience ignited something in me, but I didn't realize it did. Like when you, just to go back, just to go into science a little bit, when anybody experience a certain amount of pressure or trauma, a lot of your senses heighten, because you go into fight or flight mode, and it can be amplified, and anything else that you have going on, like your pressure, everything gets amplified, and your third eye amplifies. So having traumatic experiences and forcing yourself to get through it, that takes more energy. It takes more just will on your part to achieve that. So when you combined all that I've just said, that you can experience this happening to you. So that happened to me, but at the time I didn't know. I didn't realize it. What's so crazy, or I see a pattern, at least for myself, when I think most of us, this is exactly what's happening. A lot of times when you experience something and you're in the thick of it, you don't even realize all the parts that was needed for the puzzle until you get out of that storm, right? So that basically what was happening to me. So I got scared. I was shook. Guys, it was hard. I could speak about it now, but it was rough. I chose to just, lean into it, but it was rough for so many reasons. So that ignited the pushing me to have to go through another dimension and another chapter. See, as we get through different obstacles, you are awarded a gold star. Okay? And mine didn't feel like a gold star at a time. So I went to what I knew best, which was the church. I ran. You guys could go down. You can go down in my episodes, not too far, and see the progression. But I will say this. I love the Creator. I love God. And I do love the chapter and story and the parables about Jesus. I do. Because these stories are healing. Don't get it twisted. In saying that, there are other stories and other parables that I believe in as well. And what I realized, once I realized that you can't just sever something that is a part of you. We all find ourselves in different aspects of life, whereas maybe 20 years, 10 years ago, maybe even a year ago, heck, 6 months ago, that you would have never seen for yourself today. And that is a beautiful thing. So for me, everything matters. everything matters. Everything is matter. So why would I shun myself from understanding? I'm keeping myself in a box. Once I realized what was happening, I basically, and this, I hope this helps somebody, how you get to the next phase is by surrendering. Surrendering fear, surrendering your need to make everything make sense. Surrendering to your inner realm, surrendering to you. You are God. You are a goddess. We are all gods because we are created. We were created. That doesn't, a lot of and I feel like what made me come to this realization when I was going through my journey, I will say this, I will end this with this because I don't want to make this too long. I realized in order to get through the turbulence, surrendering was what was needed. And when you surrender, nothing is around you. You don't know anything. You don't see. You're in the dark. You're in the dark. You're in the dark. You can't see. You don't know, but you surrendered. And that act of surrendering propels you to receive, to see. When you surrender, you can see. You can receive. You can receive the information. You can receive. You can see because you did something that changed the trajectory of your circumstance. And anything, if you have a pen and it's on the desk or on top of a piece of paper, I have a pen on a pad right now. Okay. Once I turn it clockwise or however I want to turn it upside down, I change the positioning of the light reflecting on the pen. I changed the way I can read what's on the pen. You see what I'm saying? So now once I see it's a certain position and I need to understand, I reading upside down is uncomfortable. So what do? I change my position, or I move it in a way so I can see it. That's what happens when you surrender. That's one of the things that I feel that happens. That has been my experience. Surrendering. This is why you hear so many scholars talking about and have talked about surrendering. Surrendering brings peace. And through peace, you're able to receive. You can't receive anything that is good, or you're not even able to hear your thoughts if it's always noisy. This is why when you go through this experience, you find yourself as a hermit. Sacrifice. But that is a whole nother topic. But we all must surrender to get to the next level. Anything that you ever wanted in your life, you had to surrender a part of you to achieve that goal. If you wanted to maybe like go to school, you had to surrender your time. You had to give up your time. You had to be dedicated to that specific area, that specific space to receive what you needed. This aspect that I'm speaking about is in everything, not just in the spiritual realm, everywhere. And this is why I can't not know what I know. You know, as a woman, especially as a goddess, to denounce my essence as a woman, as a goddess. All the I cannot denounce that. I cannot denounce what I feel when I read about Aphrodite. I cannot not know how her beauty and her love for beautiful things. I can't denounce that I don't as well see those aspects in myself as a woman. I do see those aspects in myself. I do love nice things. I do love to adore my body. I do. So how can I believe in something that puts a cap on how much I shall have as a woman? I cannot. There's a duality between both. There's a balance. Yes, there's definitely a balance between the two. But most times, especially in a lot of, I would say, structured religions, these caps are definite. And I just feel like there is no one thing. That's my opinion. And this is me, and I stick with it. I wanted to share this personal experience because it's time that I spoke up for myself. God loves me and God created me. And this is the way I feel. This is my walk, because this is a personal walk. And this is the beautiful thing. Our walk is personal. It's a personal journey. And how we experience that journey, that's what makes life worth living. So if you find yourself, or you ran back to church, or you went to church and now you're in the church, but then you realize why you left the church. And this is no slight to the church. I have received so much love and so much, good teaching. Teaching is teaching. I feel like if you're getting a message, that's the point. That is the main point. Before I conclude this episode, that is the main point. Understanding that it's about the teaching. You don't have to accept. You don't have to become. You don't have to do one thing. But when you learn, you expand your horizons, literally, right? If you are going to church and you believe what you believe, there's nothing wrong with that. And there's also nothing wrong with study and seeing things from different point of views. If it resonates with you, this is who you are. Again, this is a spiritual journey. We are all not created the same. We crave the same things, but we have different ways to getting to the same thing. And I just feel like any place that doesn't celebrate women, any organization, anything that does not emphasize, and this is not just me speaking as a woman, but especially knowing what I know, because every woman has a spiritual sense, an essence about herself that cannot be matched. Everything that is living and breathing and has came into or from is from a woman. So how can we exclude that? Right? So if you find yourself in any of the positions that I have just spoken about, understand that you do not have to beat up on yourself. You do not have to make a big announcement. Once you come to that realization, you have already set yourself free. And once you realize how free you are, it's a life journey. The more you learn, the more you know. The more you know, the more you can apply what you are learning. And it's a beautiful thing. This is what I'm doing. This is why I will always say, let's learn together. This is what we're doing right now. We're learning together. Right? So I hope this helped somebody out there, somebody that's experiencing what I have experienced. I just want to let you know that you are not alone. A lot of people may feel embarrassed or ashamed. It's like, oh, I ran back and look at me now. I'm right back where I started. Well, I'm right back where I left off. And that's the beauty in it, because you know what? Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that, and it just makes you that much more powerful within your knowledge for yourself and what you believe in. I think that's a beautiful thing. I'm so grateful and I'm so honored to be at the level that I am. And when I say level, I'm talking about my own personal level, because there's levels. I don't believe that it ever ends until you take your last breath personally, right? In these bodies, that is. Okay. Guys, be sure to check out all the links down below so you'll be notified every time I upload a video as well as a podcast, because I do record a lot on my vlog channel. I'm definitely not stingy when it comes to passing on the information, because a lot of times when I'm recording, I have different videos that goes on that particular platform. But what I will do is always make sure, especially when I want for everybody to get what they get. Sometimes you'll see here the quality a little different. I'm still working on that, but guys, at this point, and yes, I'm claiming that we have up leveled. The discussions are, how can I say, capless, right? So buckle up, be on for the journey if that's what you choose. I am so grateful to have you, and let's learn together. Let's explore together. I'm so excited. So be sure to have on your notifications as well. Guys, know that you're not alone. Know that the journey is called the journey for a reason, and no one said it's a straight road. Right? So stay in peace, stay in love, and stay empowered. Peace.
Hey guys, leave a comment, a review, preferably 5 stars. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, because what is popping over there? And also check out my YouTube channel to stay connected and see your girl's lovely face. Guys, I love you so much. Keep on pushing, and I'll definitely speak to you soon. Be blessed.